You already know shows like Kaguya-sama or Fruits Basket, and they appear in every romance anime list on YouTube. But now, here are some true underrated series. So here's our list of the top 10 underrated romance comedy anime you might have missed. Number 10, Looking Up at the Half Moon.
遅かったわね。本あった？
あったよ。
何これ？私が読みたかったのはこれじゃないわよ。こっちは絶対借りてこないでって言ったやつでしょ。
そうだっけ？
このバカ。
Kicking off our top 10 is where the MC actually has a real disease, and it's hepatitis A. Nope, that isn't the name of the anime. It's Looking Up at the Half Moon. It's all about our boy Izaki, who's so bored he's willing to get beaten up by nurses after he tries to escape the hospital. That's where she meets the moodiest girl in all of anime, but just like Your Lie in April, things don't last long.
綺麗だね。
そうだな。
ゆういち、
何？
ありがとう。
なんだよ。
覚悟できたわ。死ぬ覚悟が。
The anime is wholesome and can make you feel like there's a chance for humanity. As I said, it has a lot of similarities with Your Lie in April. However, it does have some flaws with it being unrealistic at times, but it does the job, especially the characters who carry the show and the comedy that comes with it. Number 9, Dragon Pilot, Hisone and Masao-tan.
もしかして、マサさんも私のこと特別別格に大切なの？
Getting tired of sad romance anime? What about a dragon that turns into a fighter jet? This is every 5-year-old kid's dream come true, and even the characters look like kids. Our girl Hisone enlists in the Japanese Air Force, and she accidentally partners up with the dragon, making her a dragon pilot. Just think of Darling in the Franxx, but more wholesome. The romance isn't as obvious, but the anime just gives hints here and there, which is not always bad.
エピローグは私とハルくんの世界ですね。ハルくん？私ハルくん好きですから。しかも夏目さんと違ってピュアに好きですから。
If you hear the phrase underrated but good, then they were pointing to Dragon Pilot. The characters are great, and although they may look annoying, you'll actually root for them. The pacing is good and the animation is beautiful. Watch it and you'll see what I mean. Number 8, Kuragahime.
おい、いい加減慣れろよな。
直視しなければ大丈夫です。
ダメだろ。女装じゃない時も直視できなきゃ。俺たちも運命共同体なんだぜ。
As weird as it may get, you never seen an anime like this before. Imagine Ouran High School Host Club, but in reverse. You see, in this anime, there are 5 otaku women living in one house when suddenly a woman who looked so beautiful and fashionable walked onto their doorstep after our girl Tsukimi needed some help in aiding a jellyfish. Weird thing is, this woman isn't exactly a woman. She's just a really rich college student who loves to cross-dress, and yes, she's a guy.
この世界に引きずり込んだの俺だし、ドレス着られたのも可愛いクラゲドレスのためだって我慢するけどさ。いつもあんなにおどおどしている月見が俺の発言を 100% ガン無視とは恐るべし月見覚醒モード。
But don't let that turn you off, because this is actually a very good anime. It may look stupid and it may be hard to explain to your friends why you like it, but the way the show uses the characters to drive the story is insanely good. The OP and the ED are also bangers, so that's another bonus. Number 7, the most heretical last boss queen from villainess to savior.
お疲れ様2人とも。ハンカチを濡らしてきたわ。
Does a long title equate a good show? You just have to watch this video to find out. With the weirdest combination of words possible, Princess Pride Royal Ivy, or more specifically her body, is taken over by a Japanese high schooler when that student reincarnates the Otame game. She was supposed to be the last boss, but now she's a goody two-shoes, and the one thing that's on her mind is to survive.
アーサーは真面目で優しくて誇り高い最高の騎士なんです。アーサーがそばにいてくれるだけで私は嬉しいですし喜んでいますから結構です。
This is exactly like My Life as a Villainess, which also has a really long title. Some say it's a 10 out of 10, while some say it's a 6 out of 10, but we can all agree that these kinds of stories are very interesting. Although the animation isn't flashy or like Demon Slayer, the way the action scenes are done is decent. The plot is also the anime's strong point and might be the reason why you'll love it. Number 6, Whispered Words.
ねえ、風間さん。好きな人っている？え、別に。
Yuri fans, this is the one you've all been waiting for. Whispered Words follows two girls, Sumika and Ushio, and how they were stupid enough to not even notice each other's feelings. Sumika just keeps her love for Ushio a secret, while Ushio just goes for other girls because she only likes cute girls and Sumika is more independent than cute. So just to summarize their situation, Sumika is not the Ushio's type, period.
ね、変な友達で変だしバカだし。
Whispered Words, unlike other Yuri anime, is not as dramatic and is just wholesome and light to watch. The characters are pretty unique, especially the side characters. There aren't a lot of tropes, so it's kind of a breath of fresh air. The ending was decent and it might not be everyone's cup of tea, but if you're into Yuri, this one's for you. Number 5, Major.
ちょっと遅れちまって。あ、いや。
なんでその人がいるのよ。
Well, this isn't exactly a full-blown romance anime, but stay with me. Major is more of a team sports show that follows our boy Honda, who follows in his father's footsteps as a baseball player. Both of them are literally obsessed with baseball. The romance here is after a couple more episodes where we follow Honda growing older day by day.
下着姿の日本男児とバスタオル一枚のブロンド美女。
Major is more like the viewers watching Honda grow into an adult, and we also see him date his crush Karu. Major is a bit long, spanning over 150 episodes, but I could say that it's definitely worth it. It is completely underrated, but it's so much more than a sports anime. The character development is spot on, and the first season really takes the viewers into the world of Major. Number 4, Servant X Service.
結構好きかなって思っちゃうようになってしまったので。 責任取ってずっとルーシーって呼んでくださいね。
Who knew that we were getting an anime about civil servants? Yes, this anime isn't about maids and their masters, but about a triplet of new civil servants who finally see what happens in these offices. These three actually work with Health and Welfare Department in Hokkaido, and you might think it's boring, but that's the last thing that Servant X Service is.
やったー！ルーシーのメアドゲット！俺のも今送る！すぐ送る！速攻送る！
The biggest strong point for this show is just how good the dynamics between the three are. They are so different from each other that whenever they interact, it's just full of comedy. There is also some stupidly unrealistic stuff, like why was there some supernatural stuff going on with a stuffed rabbit? This is one gem everyone truly missed, and I wish more people would watch it. Number 3, Yoru wa Mijikashi Aruya ko Tame.
たまたま手に入ったから。
ありがとうございます。 大切に にします。
If you're one of those elite anime fans who say, "Oh, I like Perfect Blue," then get ready because this is an anime that's perfect for you. The Night is Short Walk-On Girl is about a guy that's literally named Senpai, who does a Sigma move by bumping into his crush every day, but makes it seem like it's a coincidence. Even if there's no progress between them, there might be a time when they finally connect.
あれはよくお会いする先輩？
There's one obvious thing that makes this anime stand out, and it's the animation. It definitely feels more like a music video than an anime, but it's actually really good. The soundtrack is awesome and so hype. The characters are really strange, and it's just pure chaos, but it's so fun at the same time. It might seem like you can't follow the story, but you'll be surprised how easy it is to watch. Number 2, At the Mercy of the Sky.
だって教室行っても会えないし。だからって。でもやっと会えた。
Have you watched Insomniacs After School? Well, this is where the idea most probably came from. At the Mercy of the Sky has the same concept, which is stargazing, but unlike Insomniacs, the characters are going back for a reunion and they actually have a club instead of just trespassing in an observatory. Mihoshi does her best to build a relationship with Saku, but does that go well?
会長って文芸部なんですか？
そうだけど。
The romance in this one isn't actually like others. Instead of just forcing it on you, it's very subtle and relaxing. There are some issues when it comes to character development, but overall, the other parts of the show carry it. Even for an anime that was released in 2009, the animation is pretty good and it aged well. If you need a wholesome and comedic show to watch on the weekends, try At the Mercy of the Sky. Number 1, Nodame Cantabile.
もうホームシック？
人をバカにして先輩だって飛行機じゃのだめにすがって子犬のように震えてたくせに。よーし。
Finally, at number 1, we have Nodame Cantabile. No, it's not an anime made in Spain, so turn off your Duolingo. Nodame Cantabile is all about the music. Shinichi meets Nodame in music university, which is apparently a thing. Shinichi falls in love with Nodame's music while playing the piano, and Nodame falls in love with him. Bad thing is, Shinichi just likes the music and not her. Well, will they ever build a relationship outside of music? Watch it to find out.
観光へ連れて行けだと？
はい、のだめベルサイユへ行きたいんです。小さい頃からの夢なんです。
だからってなんで朝の6時に起こす？
The anime doesn't feature teenagers but full-grown adults because it's a josei. Despite the concept, Nodame Cantabile is actually pretty funny because of the personality of the characters. This is one example of an anime that's better than the manga because, well, you can actually hear the music. Overall, I cannot believe Nodame is underrated and it should be on the main stage of anime. That's why it is number 1 in our list of the top 10 underrated romance comedy anime you might have missed.